Hi friends! Welcome to today's Tarot Pick a Card reading. What we're doing today is a yes or no reading. So this reading is going to answer whatever your yes or no question is. So start coming up within your mind something that you'd like to have a quick answer to. Before I dive right into that though, I'd like to deeply thank all of my new YouTube subscribers. I'm so excited to be watching this channel grow with you, and I'm very excited to continue to bring you this kind of content. I'd like to thank all of my long-term subscribers as well. This is a very exciting time. I'd like to announce here that I'm launching a Patreon, so down below I'll have a link to that right here on the page, as well as the website will show up at the bottom of your screen right now, so please feel free to check that out. I'll talk about it a little bit later in the reading. So what this is going to be is it is a yes or no pick a card reading. So come up with whatever question that you might have that needs a yes or no answer, and we have 3 different methods to gauge yes or no. I've got a coin, so we'll do heads for yes, tails for no. I've got a die, evens for yes, odds for no, and then I have a pendulum, this tiger's eye pendulum of mine, that we will also triangulate and ask the pendulum yes or no. And then the cards themselves will give a little bit more clarity to that answer. Using 3 methods allows us to generate maybes. So then if that's a maybe, we can then ask the cards a little bit more in depth about what that's about. Or if it's a 3 yes or 3 no, the cards will give us a little bit more clarity into the situation. So without further ado, take a look at these piles. I have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. Once again, that's pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. One of these piles has the answer to your question. It's down below in the description section of this video. There will be a link. Just click on the link with your associated pile and it'll take you right to where you need to be in the reading. Final time, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. If you need a little bit of extra time to decide, feel free to pause the video, but I'm going to move on. So thank you. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose this nice little stormy blue stone. I can't remember the name of it, but it's really kind, gentle, kind of stormy, oceany depths. So we'll see what is your yes or no question answer. So first off, we will start with the pendulum to ask, and in order to really gauge the pendulum, make sure that it's giving us the right answers, we have to ask it some questions that I already know the answer to first, just to see if it's working for us. So first up, am I wearing a black shirt right now? And it is staying on a yes. I am indeed. Is there an upside down chair in the room? No, there is not, and it changed into a solid no. Perfect. Are the roots starting to come in my hair right now? Yes, they are. It may be time for me to dye it soon, or I'm just gonna grow it out. I haven't really decided yet. Finally, what is the answer to pile number 1's question? Okay, it's staying in circles, which to me, I interpret that to mean a yes. So the pendulum is saying yes. Let us ask the die and the coin. Die first. Evens are yes, odds are no. That's a 5. So you've got a no from the die. So we've got 1 yes, 1 no. Let us ask the coin. And that's a tails. So that's a no as well. So that is telling me that this is a maybe. Two no's and a yes. So it's leaning no, but let's look at the cards and kind of gauge more of an understanding through these cards here. Ooh, we've got the Tower. Okay, the Tower is in tarot. The Tower means kind of this like it means endings and beginnings. It's change. It's radical change that happens from outside of you. So with this being two no's and one yes, there's still a potential for what you want to have happen, but I think that maybe in order for that to happen, a radical change in your environment needs to take place. So whatever you're asking about, you're kind of coming to the ending of a situation, and a lot of your exterior, the Tower to me tends to mean exterior change. It's when something major and intense happens outside of you. And so it's like a lot of, it's like a lot of things surrounding your life change, a lot of things outside of you change, like you move, or you know, something like that happens, or you know, all of a sudden somebody does something and now your whole life is different. And, you know, it's like the kind of exterior stuff. So whatever you're asking about, I think in order for it to be a yes, it would need some kind of major change associated with it in order for it to occur. And so it's like, it's not that it's impossible. It's not an impossible yes, but it's leaning no, because the current environmental situations that are going on in your life right now are kind of making that not likely to happen. Next up, we have from the Wild Unknown Tarot. Ooh, okay. We got the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So you know, that's abundance right there. You have a possibility for abundance coming in. And it's kind of like, what's neat about it is that in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is depicted as a woman who is kind of basking in her own garden, private garden, and she's like gotten all of the finer things in life because she has allowed herself to kind of do it alone. Like, she's gone off alone and figured out how to find abundance for herself on her own. So I don't know if that has any resonance with what you were asking, but with this Tower here too, you know, it being a no with it having this strong abundance meaning is that maybe the yes wouldn't have been in your best interest, and that you could still try to chase that down and get it, but ultimately at the end of the day, it might not be what's best for you, what's meant for you. And maybe you need to go off it alone a little bit and like figure out on the internal side of things, like how to be comforting and centered in yourself before whatever this other situation might have been, you know. And then remember, environmental changes might need to happen or take place before whatever you were asking about is possible. Next up, we have from the 1JJ Swiss deck, we've got the Four of Cups. Okay, nice. So the Four of Cups is like this idea that that there's something that you're not seeing, right? It's like the universe is trying to give you a gift here, but you're focused on these three cups. So it's like you really, really want these three cups to happen, but actually those aren't really good for you, and they're not the best thing for you in this situation or in your life or what's going on. And actually the universe is trying to give you this gift here. The universe is trying to give you and help you tap into this abundant energy, but you're not looking at it, you're not focused on it, because whatever you're focused on is this other stuff. So I'm getting this sense that it's a no because it's not meant for you, right? Like it's still like, it's like I said, it's leaning no. There's a possibility of it being yes. If you wanted to shoehorn and go in and really try to force this to happen, you could try to make it happen. But the universe is kind of giving you this little nudge here that's saying, well, you know, yeah, you could continue to focus on these three cups and try and put in all your energy and really try to make this happen, but it's probably not going to go the way that you want. It's probably not going to fulfill you, even if you get it. You know, it's that be careful what you wish for kind of a thing. Like, maybe it's totally unfulfilling if you found that, and that in reality there's this other thing that you're not even seeing that can only come in maybe by getting the no, you know what I mean? So that's why it's a mostly no, so that you can actually find the thing that's meant for you, that's right for you, that's really going to work for you. Final card from the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, we have the Devil. Okay, the Devil doesn't have to be scary. A lot of modern interpretations of this card is sort of it being liberation, it's freedom, which, you know, I kind of like that about it. It's actually this really wonderful card, because it's like letting go of these shackles and these chains that are binding you. So remember how I was saying you're super focused on these 3 cups, but there's really something else trying to come in. This abundant energy is trying to come into your life right now. And it might need this major shift in your life in order for it to happen. And with the Tower coming in there too, it's really encouraging you to let go of anything that isn't serving you. Let go of any thought processes, any patterns, any addictions, anything like that that's really holding you back and binding you and chaining you to whatever situation that you're being chained to. And that in reality, there's something else that's trying to come into your life that's actually going to help you a lot more. It's going to benefit you more. It's going to give you a more sense of peace and calm and yes, you know, that yes energy you're looking for is going to come from somewhere else. So this was a mostly no, leaning no answer. And I think that that's because you actually want the no. You want the no. The yes isn't going to give you what you thought it would. And if you really want, I mean, we have free will in life, and that's something that I want to really stress, especially with these yes or no readings, is that, you know, we have the power to change anything. We have the power to run our lives however we need to. So don't ever let even any of these yes or no readings get in the way of your own free will, like ever. These are just tools to help you, guide you along a little bit. But at the end of the day, remember, like, you could get a yes. If you really wanted a yes, you could get it. But it might not give you what you think it's going to give you. It might not actually work out the way you want it to work out. And maybe no will actually put you more in alignment with your higher self. It'll put you more in alignment with your ability to get towards whatever this abundant energy is. And it might come from, you know, really tuning into who you are and your own inner light and guidance. So anyway, that was my reading for you. I hope that you liked it. Let me know in the comments either way. I would love to hear from you. Deep thanks to all my new subscribers. And if you ever want a private reading with me, I have them available at my website. Feel free to check that out at www.junodrome.com. I've got a couple of options there. And I would like to announce, it's incredibly exciting. I am announcing my new Patreon page with different tiers on how you can help support me in this page. So please check that out at the link below. And a part of that, for the $15 a month subscription, what you get is once a month, I will be mailing out with a handwritten letter my hand-printed tarot cards. So I'm incredibly excited to announce this. Right now, it's blank. You don't have the actual design on it, but you will each month. I'm hand-printing with linoleum block carving my own tarot deck that eventually I will sell. I'm making it to sell, but before I have it finished completely, before I sell it, my Patreon subscribers will have exclusive access to each card. They will receive in the mail with a handwritten letter a card from me with my own interpretation of each card, so you can helping you learn the tarot from my own personal perspective, as well as one of the tarot cards each month, so that you can build your own deck over time as a Patreon subscriber. And they're really beautiful. I found a really wonderful cardstock that's really nice and kind. They shuffle really well. They've a really nice size here. So I'm incredibly excited for that. Please check that out at the link below. And I would love to have your support as I move forward with my tarot journey. So thanks everybody for tuning in. That was your reading, pile number 1. I hope that it resonates. Feel free to let me know in the comments either way. Have a great day. See you later. Hi there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the pile with this lapis lazuli stone, pile number 2. So welcome to this reading. I'm incredibly excited to give you your yes or no answer. So we've got 3 different methods to generate a yes or no. That way we can get either a triple yes, triple no, or a maybe, and the cards will give us further insight as to what it's talking about and what's going on. So first up, we've got the pendulum here. In order to get the pendulum working right, we have to triangulate it and just make sure that it's giving us the right yes or no answers. So first off, do I have hands? And yes, I do in fact have hands. Okay. Am I looking at a painting in front of me? And the answer is staying on yes, because I am in fact looking at a painting. Is that painting of a fish? Does it have a fish pendulum? Okay, there we go. It's moving into no. It is not of a fish. Okay, I'm going to ask it another question just because that was a little bit weird. Do I collect stones? Yes, I do. Have I been to Antarctica? No, I have not. Okay, cool. So, what is the answer to pile number 2's question? All right, pile number 2, that has moved into yes territory, in my opinion. So you've got a yes from the pendulum. That's great. Okay, first up, you got a yes. Let's ask the die and the coin the answer. So we'll do the coin first. Heads, yes. Tails, no. Okay, you got a tails. So that's 1 yes, 1 no. Let's do the die. We got a 4. So yes, 2 yeses and a no. So this is a leaning yes, a probable yes, but 1 no, so it's still in the maybe category. So we're leaning yes in this pile. Let us check out why and what's going on with the cards. We've got the moon. Ooh, wow. Oh, that's so pretty. The moon in the tarot can sometimes mean not having a clear answer, which we have here. It talks about not necessarily seeing the path forward. So it's this idea that when you're traveling at night by moonlight, you can still see the path ahead of you. You still have some things illuminated ahead of you, but you're not seeing the entire picture. You don't see everything that's coming up along the way. And so it talks about this idea of wanting to make sure that that you maintain that idea, right? That you don't have all the answers right now, and that's okay. You don't need to have all the answers right now, and the universe is telling you you don't need to have all the answers. So whatever your question was, you don't need to know the answer to it right now. That's not going to help you so much. But like I said, it is leaning yes. So you still see a pathway forward. You still have this kind of illumination forward coming for you, but we don't know what the answer is going to be yet. So you kind of have that going on with this. Let's keep looking here. For your next card you have from the Wild Unknown Tarot, we've got the 6 of Wands. Okay, 6 of Wands is the victory card. So you're going to be victorious either way. Whatever you're asking about, whatever's going on, you've got victory on your side. With this butterfly here, the butterfly you see is flying up from this mess. There's this mess of sticks that's kind of dark and kind of scary, but the butterfly has escaped that and has flown up to its own victory, and is really in a celebration energy now because they've gotten past it. They've gotten past whatever was going on, and now they're in this like aha, like riding in victorious. So and I get this charging energy too of this pathway forward. So you might not have all the answers, and you might not know specifically if this is a yes or a no, right? It's still in maybe territory. There's still a possibility that whatever you're asking about isn't going to work out. But at the end of the day, everything's going to be working out in your favor for you anyway. Even if it's a no, even if it's a yes, whatever that is, whatever the answer ends up being, it's going to be, you're going to be victorious in this. It's going to be in your favor regardless. Next up we have from the 1JJ Swiss deck, we've got the 3 of Wands. Okay, so the 3 of Wands is like this, it's like this waiting for your ships to come in energy. It's like about to go off into a journey, or things are kind of coming in, things are working for you. The 3 of Wands are kind of like that idea that, you're kind of ready to plan the next move. You're ready to plan off and go off into the sunset kind of a deal and start your next phase in life. I'm getting that journeys a lot from this, right? This butterfly's flying up. I keep saying journeys. This is about journeys. You've got a journey going on. So I don't know if your question's about traveling or not, or about not traveling, but I'm just getting this feeling of traveling in your future here too. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Maybe that'll only be applicable for some people, but you know, like I said, it's a mostly yes with a little bit of a no in there. So regardless, if you were asking about trying to go somewhere, I think that's still leaning yes. And then regardless, whatever that is, you're going to be victorious over this, whatever this situation is. Final card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. You have the Sun. Yeah, so you know, with the victory and the Sun here, the Sun is like this, the happy day, the happy culmination. This is beautiful. You know, this would be a yes to me. If we didn't have one no, I mean, this would be a total and complete yes. So I really feel like yes is your answer, but there's a little bit of doubt with that moon energy there. You don't have all of the answers yet. You don't have all of the, you don't have the whole picture yet. And that's okay. You're kind of being said, you don't need to know the full answer yet. You don't need to know if this is a yes or a no yet. But what you do need to know is to remember that you're in the Sun energy anyway, that love is here for you, that it's present for you, that you're going to be victorious in this, whatever's happening, and you're going to be traveling out and following your passions and your dreams, right? You're ready to set sail, and you're ready to go off and journey into this, you know, this journey. And like I said, the journey might be a little bit unclear right now, because we have this moon energy here, and it's just kind of saying that that's okay. You don't need to know all the answers right now to know that things are going to be working out for you, and that it's okay that things are a little bit unclear. So yeah, that was my reading for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. These are little quick readings. I would love to hear your opinion either way. If you ever want a private reading with me, I have them available on my website. Feel free to check out my options at www.junodrome.com. And finally, I'm incredibly excited to announce that I am launching a Patreon page. And I have the link below. There'll be a link at the bottom of your screen right now to that Patreon page. And I have a couple of different options to have you help support me, but I'm really, really excited to talk about the $15 level because it's coming with an exclusive to my hand-printed tarot deck. So I'm really excited that I've been working on this tarot deck and I haven't really announced it yet for a while. And like, these are all blank, right? There's nothing on the other side yet, but they will have designs on them. And as a Patreon, as one of my patrons on Patreon, you will have the first access to this deck because each month you will receive a handwritten letter from me with one of the cards from the deck and my own personal interpretation of that card, so that you can build your own deck over time. And then every month you will receive a new one, and then you will get it. So eventually I plan on selling these decks to everyone, but before I have that finished and before I have it even released to anyone, my patrons will receive exclusive first access to this deck, and we'll be able to build it over time. And it's really a really beautiful deck. I've built it with this really really nice paper. It's pretty substantial and it's going to last a while. And I'm using a printing ink that is waterproof and is pretty substantial. So it's going to be a really awesome hand-printed deck from me. So feel free to check out my Patreon page, and I would absolutely love it if you could help support me and support this channel moving forward. So anyway, that was my reading for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, pile number 2. Catch you later. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is what you need to know for your yes or no question. So we've got 3 different methods for generating a yes or a no, and then we've got the cards to kind of gauge what's going on a little bit further. You chose the pile with this labradorite stone, which has this really amazing shine to it that's very unearthly, I feel like. Very unearthly. Really cool. Kind of alien. Yeah, so let's dive right in. First up, we're going to do with the pendulum. We have to triangulate our pendulum first just to make sure it's giving us the right answer. So let me start asking it some questions. Do I have tattoos on my arms? Yes, I do. Is my iPad upside down in front of me? No, it is not. It is right side up. Is there a chair in front of me? Yeah, there is indeed. And do I have an incredible announcement at the end of this video? Yes, I do. Stay tuned for what that is. Oh wait, no, it's saying no. No, I don't. Okay. Well, I think it's an incredible announcement. I mean, I'm launching a Patreon and I'm going to talk about it at the end of this video. So, let me keep asking it questions because it's being really sassy. Is my hair blonde? Yes, it is indeed. Are all the lights off in my house? No, they are not. They are on. Okay, that's enough questions. Let me ask, what is the answer to pile number 3's question? Okay, pile number 3, it looks like it's staying on a no. So no right now is the answer that we're leaning to. Let's ask the die and the coin to get some further answers for you. So first up, we will do the die. I'm going to roll it even as yes, odd as no. All right, that's a 1, so that's another no. So right now you have 2 no's. Let us ask the coin. Yes is heads, tails is no. And you got a yes. Okay, a lot of maybes today. So this is another maybe. That is telling me we're leaning no, though. You have 2 no's and a yes, so it's a leaning no, but it's still a maybe. We don't know exactly what's going on. So let us ask the cards a little bit more for some more guidance. So first up, we have from the Fairy Tale Lenormand, we've got the mountain. Okay, the mountain, to me, it's like always about this like grounding imagery, right? It's like really connecting into the earth, really, really tuning into yourself, really kind of like maybe meditating, coming back into deep, deep breathing and connecting into the center of the earth. So I have a grounding meditation on my YouTube channel that might help you in whatever your situation is. So feel free to check that out. But moving forward with 2 no's and a yes, I think that, you know, we're in a strong maybe territory. There's no way to get like a double maybe, right? There's only just 2 you knows and a yes, or 2 yeses and a no. So I'm getting, for this, I really am getting a strong maybe vibes and like a strong, like, you know the answer inside of you. That the answer for your question is actually within you, and it's not necessarily up to me to tell you yes or no right now. That maybe this is one of those situations where you have to answer this question yourself, and they're not going to give you a strong answer until you become strong within yourself, right? You ground your energy. You get out of your head a little bit and come back into your body. You get out of this, like, maybe you're like really anxious about getting an answer right now, and this is really talking about no, you got to slow down because you're on a roll right now, and you're on a roll that maybe isn't a roll you want to be on, right? You've got this momentum building in your mind that maybe is this nervous anxiety energy, and in order to quell that, you really, really, really got to take some deep breaths and tune back into your heart center, tune back into your own personal energy, really, 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 really slow down and start grounding your energy. So honestly, I think that maybe that grounding meditation might actually help you. So feel free to check that out on my YouTube page, and then maybe check out another yes or no video, and you might get a clearer answer for your question after you ground your energy and come back into yourself. Next up, we have from the Wild Unknown Tarot, we've got the 6 of Swords or wands? I can't tell. Oh, swords. Six of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Swords is like this, you know, coming out of this dark place and coming back into this really beautiful rainbow. Like that's kind of the imagery that's really kind of popping out to me, especially in this particular card. You know, you've got this like rainstorm darkness coming in, but there's a rainbow on the other side of it. So maybe, you know, things are feeling kind of difficult right now and heavy and dark, but you've got this rainbow that's wanting to come into your life to change your circumstances. You've got this situation moving into something else that's coming in for you, that's available to you. So really tune back into that and check back out with that kind of a thing here. And I think that grounding your energy is really going to help you do that. Just taking some deep breaths and really kind of just trying to detach yourself from the situation, detach yourself from this question. Maybe this question is really hanging heavy over you, and you know, maybe it's time to just kind of let that go for a bit and then come back to it later. I'm kind of getting that feeling from this whole pile. You got the Star, okay, from the IJ or 1JJ Swiss deck, which is a beautiful card. The Star is following your own North Star. Your own inner guidance and beauty and light will lead you to, you know, shine bright, this shining bright energy. So once again, I think the answer is within you. I think that your path forward is your own path that you need to come up with on your own. So you're really kind of being encouraged to take a peek at what that is for you, what that means for you. And that might mean going within and trying to tune back into your intuition, which is going to come from grounding your energy. I keep saying that, but that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Final card is from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and you've got Temperance. Okay, wow, cool. So I don't know if you work with angels, if you believe in angels, if you have any angel guidance that you like, but this card is just kind of reminding you that you have those kinds of guides. You have your own spirit team. You've got your own guides, your own, however you want to conceive of it, you have that on the other side that wants to help you. So you've got that if you want to believe in all that. If you don't, I totally understand. Not everybody's into that kind of thing. Totally fine. This card on the surface level can talk about this idea of, I always associate it with making lemonade out of lemons, you know, like when life gives you a lemon, make it into something else, you know, that's the kind of this temperance energy. It's blending of these opposite forces into creating a whole new kind of a substance that's much better, that's even better than anything else before. So, you know, you're being encouraged to go within, to find your own answer, to really tune into this rainbow instead of this storm cloud. And then at the end of the day, transforming those energies, that you have the tools at your disposal to bring yourself into whatever situation you need. You can go wherever you want to go in life. You can build whatever you want to build. And regardless of whether you're going to get a yes or no answer to this question, the answer truly, truly lies within you, in your own higher self and your own intuition. And you're really being asked to tune into that to find your answer. So anyway, that was my reading for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments either way. I'd love to hear from you. A deep, deep, deep thanks to all my new subscribers. I'm so excited to have you with me on this journey and so excited to watch this channel continue to grow. If you'd ever like a private reading with me, I have a couple of options available on my website, so feel free to check that out at www.junodrome.com. I'd love to hear from you either way. And then finally, like I was saying at the beginning, I'm launching a Patreon. I'm incredibly excited about it. There's a link below that's at the bottom of your screen right now, so please check that out. I've got a couple of different tiers available that will give you different perks, but my favorite is from the $15 level because I am really excited to announce my own tarot deck that I'm designing and hand printing myself. Eventually I'm going to be selling the whole deck to the public, but before I do that, my Patreon subscribers will have an exclusive access to this deck ahead of time because each month at the $15 level, you will receive a handwritten letter from me, as well as one of these cards with my own interpretation of each card. And it's a really beautiful deck. I use really great paper and a really nice ink that's waterproof, so it won't get damaged as easily. And right now, obviously, they're blank on the other side. I haven't printed the designs, but I'm working on the designs, and you will be the first to experience this deck, and you'll be able to build it over time. So eventually you'll have a whole deck from me that you'll be able to use, that you'll build each month. So yeah, please check that out. I would love to hear your thoughts on it either way in the comments. So please let me know, and thank you for subscribing. I hope you have a wonderful day, pile number 3. I'm going to move on now, so catch you later. See ya. Hi there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. I am super happy to be with you today. This is what is the answer to your yes or no question. So we've got 3 different methods for generating a yes or a no. I've got the pendulum. We can ask that. We've got a die here with evens being yes and odds being no. And then we have the coin with heads being yes and tails being no. So let us tune in here. We're going to ask these methods for yes or no first, and then the cards are going to give us a little bit more clarity on that situation. It'll either be a triple yes, triple no, or it'll be a maybe, and we'll be able to figure things out from there. So let us dive right in here. First up, we've got this pendulum, so we're going to ask the pendulum yes or no questions first to try to tune in, and we can figure it out from there. First up, is there an easel in front of me? Let us see the answer to that question. And it's looking like it. There is a yes. Yep, that is true. There is an easel in front of me. Next up, is my hair blue right now? No, it is not. My hair is not blue. Correct. But like somebody commented in another video, I keep saying that out, but I love the idea of getting blue hair. I might do it at some point. Let's see. Is there a ring light in front of me? Yes, there is in fact a ring light in front of me. Yeah, that's enough questions. What is the answer to pile number 4's question? Okay, the pendulum is saying no. So right now you've got a no answer. Let's ask the rest of our methods. So we'll see if we have a solid no or a maybe. First up, the die. You got a 1. Okay, that's 2 no's. All right, so 2 no's. Coin is a no. Okay, pile number 4, your answer is no. It's a triple no, so it's very definitive. That is your answer. Let us ask the cards to try to get us a little bit of more understanding. Is this a no you want? Is it a no you don't want? I don't know. We will find out. First up, we have the gentleman. Ooh, he's kind of got this very Shakespearean vibe. And he's holding out this, like, this cheersing mug. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking of Hamlet here, right? And poison. It was poison in Hamlet? Oh, it was poison sword. Yeah, it had something to do with that. And then in Romeo and Juliet also had poison. I'm just feeling this poison from here. So you've got to know, and I think you want no. I think it's one of those situations that if you got a yes, right, it would have backfired so much on you. I'm really feeling that. That there's this like poison cup coming in here. So I'm not sure. Let's keep going, but I'm kind of just getting that feeling of like, don't drink the wine, you know what I mean? Like, next up, we've got the Page of Swords, okay, which talks about changing your mindset, but then, like, more of that swords energy, right? This is reminding me of Hamlet. This is a very Shakespearean pile right now. I'm just kind of getting in this. So what happens in Hamlet, right? Long story short, it's like the Prince of Denmark's father was murdered by his brother in order to become king, and his mom was like in on it. Hamlet's mom was in on it, and she marries her husband's brother or something like that in order to, like, I don't know, it's really weird. And then Hamlet's like sees the ghost of his father, and the ghost of his father tells him what's going on and asks him to avenge him, basically. And so I'm just getting this like avenge me vibes with this owl and the sword right now, and you got that like poison wand. So I don't know if that has anything to do with your situation, but it's a lot of drama. First of all, it's like a very dramatic situation that, like, I don't necessarily agree with Hamlet's actions in that play, because, you know, whatever, but it's also just like a lot of betrayal and a lot of like very dramatic situation. So I think that whatever's going on is really intense, but it's definitely a no. Like, maybe if it was a yes, like, you would have been pulled into some kind of dramatic situation that you probably don't want to be a part of, like, that maybe it would be best to try to take yourself out of it. I'm just feeling that this pile feels very dramatic to me. There's a lot going on, and I don't mean to knock whatever situation's going on, but it's a triple no, so it's very much a no, and I'm feeling very solidly like a no from this. So 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got the 8 of, yeah, okay. The 8 of Pentacles, right? No, I'm thinking 8 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles is work, putting in the work, being hard at work at something and trying to make something happen, like really bringing something into fruition. So, you know, I think you want no in this situation. I think you want no. You're being encouraged to maybe leave behind any of this dramatic situation that's going on. And remember that you're working hard at trying to bring something into fruition. And whatever that is, like, you're being encouraged to continue to put in the work, whatever you're working on. Be it a project, trying to get something, working on a job, working on something else, whatever you're working on, you're being encouraged to, like, maybe you want to let go of this, like, this revenge energy. Just let that go and you do you know what I mean? You just work on yourself, work on your situation, work on what's going on. Who cares about what other people are doing? Who cares about anything else going on? And just focus on yourself, you know, focus on putting in the work for where you need it, focus on making the things you want to have happen in your life happen, and try to let go of some of whatever else is going on for you. Final card we have from the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. We got the 7 of Swords, which is kind of this deceptive energy, you know? He's like stealing these swords and kind of like, sneaking away. So you've got that, yeah. Oof, there's so much sneakiness. There's so much like pettiness and like revenginess, and I don't know. There's a lot going on in this pile that, you know, you're being encouraged to distance yourself from this kind of thing, right? This is you working on your life, making your own thing happen. You can just kind of slowly walk away, you know? And maybe that's a part of this too, is like you're being asked to just tiptoe away from whatever the hell this situation is and like be in your own thing, do your own thing, come back into you, and just let go of whatever the heck that was. You know, I'm really feeling that for you. I'm really, really feeling that. So anyway, that was your reading. These are pretty quick readings. Let me know in the comments what you think either way. I love hearing from everybody. I want to deeply, deeply thank all of my new YouTube subscribers. I'm so excited to watch this channel grow. If you ever want a more detailed personal reading with me, these get super general, but I have a couple options available at my website, www.junodrum.com, so please check that out. And then finally, I'm incredibly, incredibly excited to announce that I'm launching a Patreon page in order to help me support myself, to keep this channel going, to keep my content regular for you all. And there's different tiers for you to help support me, but I'm really, really excited to announce the $15 tier because it's super exciting. Each month, as well as getting exclusive content on the Patreon page, you will also receive a handwritten letter from me with one of my hand-printed tarot cards. I haven't announced this at all. This is the first time you're hearing from this. Anybody's hearing from this, but I'm designing and producing and creating my own hand-printed linoleum block cut tarot deck, and eventually I'm going to be selling it to the general public. But before I do that, my Patreon supporters will have exclusive first access to this deck, because each month you will receive, with that handwritten letter, a card in the mail of printed out of each card. And so that after you know, over time, over months, you will actually build my tarot deck. So you will get the whole deck eventually. And they're really substantial. There's really beautiful paper. Right now it's blank on the other side, but it will be printed. Yeah, you get this really nice, well, soft card, well-produced card in the mail, and you'll have your own deck after a while. So yeah, please check that out. There's a link at the bottom of the screen right now and in the description section. So thank you so much, pile number 4. I'm going to move on now. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Catch you later. See ya. Hi there, pile number 5. Thank you for tuning in to this reading here. This is, what is the answer to your question, yes or no? I've got 3 different methods to generate a yes or no answer, and then we've got the cards to try to tune in a little bit more to gain some further insight. You had this amethyst stone, which is pretty fun. Nice purple color. Yeah, so anyway, let's dive right in by asking the pendulum yes or no. First, we have to triangulate it just to make sure we're getting the right answers. First up, is this a video for my YouTube channel? Yes, indeed it is. All right, cool. Do I see something blue in front of me? Yes, I do. All right. Do I have 6 fingers on one hand? No, I don't. Okay, perfect. What is the answer to pile number 5's question? Okay, pile number 5, it's staying on a no. Okay, so the pendulum is saying no. Let's ask the coin and the die if this is a yes or a no. Coin says yes, so we've got a maybe. All right, we're at a maybe. Let's go with the die. The die is a 2, so that's a yes too. Okay, so this is a maybe, a very solid maybe, but leaning yes. Leaning yes. So the answer to your question is probably yes, but there's a little bit of a maybe still hinged in there. So let's try to see what's going on. You got a maybe yes, probably yes, possibly no, but we'll ask the cards. First up, you got the stork. Okay, so maybe there's some children involved in your situation. I don't know. You thinking about having kids, or you're asking if you're pregnant or something? I don't know. Maybe or not. Some other imagery here. You know, you've got this like pond water. You've got a bird. You've got the sun. So let's keep asking. You know, this can also just talk about youthful energy as well, of nurturing energy. You know, maybe you're being encouraged to nurture yourself, nurture your own inner child, in order to help you get more clarity by being kinder to yourself. Let's keep asking. You got 2 of these Fairy Tale Lenormand cards. You got a letter as well. So maybe you're expecting messages from somebody. There's also this wolf energy here with a paw print and a wolf. Wolves are kind of like that lone wolf. I get that lone wolf symbolism from this as well. So, you know, maybe it's important to go off on your own. And then letters as well. You know, you got a picnic basket here too. Writing letters to somebody. If you know, writing out your feelings, writing down your feelings can be incredibly helpful. So, you know, like I was saying, you've got a leaning yes. This is probably yes, but there's a little bit of a maybe. So I think maybe you're being encouraged to go within a little bit just to continue to, you know, maybe it's one of those situations that you know the answer yourself, and you're being asked to become a little bit more solid in your own self-knowledge. And that can help by maybe writing some things down, writing out your feelings, writing down, you know, if you're asking a question about another person and you're being asked to solidify your feelings about that person by maybe writing them a letter. And it doesn't have to be a letter that you send them. It can be a letter that you burn after or you get rid of. But just writing that letter out is going to help you solidify your own personal understanding and your own feelings and that sort of thing. And remember, you've got this stork energy here as well. So, nurturing yourself, I think, is going to be really important in this as well, and whatever's going on. Next up, we have from the Wild Unknown Tarot, you've got the Father of Swords, okay, which is the King of Swords, which talks about being very clear of mind, right? The King of Swords is a card where he oftentimes is thought of as being emotionless, he's like cold, but he's not. He actually experiences emotions very, very deeply, but he just is able to experience his emotions, feel his feelings, and then let them go, and then make his decisions from this clarity of mind. So you're being asked to come back into yourself and to come back into a sense of inner clarity, and really tune into your own intuition, your own mind, and your own personal clarity, and that's going to give you the solid yes that you're looking for. So like I said, it's leaning yes, it's probably going to be a yes, but in order to find the real clarity, you're really being asked to go within, to really tune into your own intuition and your own sense of self in order to gain that answer. Next up, we have from the 1JJ Swiss deck, we have the Three of Pentacles, which talks about building solid foundations. It can talk about coming together with others, so maybe you have some other people coming into your life to help you build something new. You've got some new people coming into your life, some fresh energy, but this can also indicate that it's time to rebuild your foundations from a more solid place, that you're actually starting to secure yourself in a new situation, and you're going to be able to build that up just based on what's going on. And I think it's just tuning back into yourself, tuning back into your intuition, where you are, where you're coming from, and really building yourself from there, I think is going to deeply help you. Final card we have is the Star. Yeah, wow. Beautiful, beautiful card. The Star is one of my favorites because it's this like inner guidance, this inner light, you shining brightly to the world. And it's like you got another star here too. So you've got two stars in this reading. To me too, it's like follow your own North Star. Tune into your own intuition, tune into yourself, tune into your heart, and that's going to be your guiding light through this situation. So yeah, you're really, really being encouraged to go within for this. It's a mostly yes. It's probably a yes. Honestly, I think your answer is most likely yes, but it might be no. And so in order to really gain that sense of security in the answer, you're being asked to tune into yourself, to really listen to yourself for that. So anyway, that was my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. Let me know either way. I would love to hear in the comments from you. I always love hearing from you guys. Yeah, no solid yeses today. That was interesting. Mostly maybes and one solid no. Interesting set of readings today. But yeah, anyway, that was my reading for you. If you ever want a more detailed personal reading, I can get super in-depth about you and your situation and what's going on. So feel free to check that out. My website, www.junodrome.com. I've got a couple of different options available, so please check that out and let me know. And then finally, I'm incredibly excited to announce the launch of my new Patreon page. I am launching this in order to help me support me and move my channel forward. There's a couple of different tiers with different exclusive content for you all, but my favorite and most, I mean, I love them all, but one of the ones I'm most excited about is the $15 level because I'm announcing the launch of my own hand-printed tarot deck. Eventually, I'm going to be selling this to the general public, but before I do, as I'm finishing it up and I'm working on it, my Patreon patrons will have exclusive access to these cards before anybody else. Each month, you will receive a card in the mail with a handwritten letter from me with my own interpretations of each card. Right now, they're blank on the other side, but they won't be when you get one. And so you'll be able to build my tarot deck with me each month, and then eventually you'll have a full deck of my cards with my own kind of interpretations of them. You'll be helping you learn the deck itself and how it works and that sort of thing. So I would love to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this. Check out that Patreon page, which is linked below. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in with me, pile number 5. I hope that you have a wonderful day and that this reading gave you some extra guidance moving forward. Catch you later.